In this set of videos, we're going to look at using the Web of Science to find articles and uncover research across a topic area. We'll see why the name Web of Science is particularly appropriate because of the way different studies may all be connected. So to begin, let's use the Web of Science to find a single specific article that I'm looking for, but maybe I don't remember the exact title or the date it came out or which journal in which it was published. In that case, the Web of Science can help me. So we need to first open our browser and go to the university web portal. And here we are, right? I'm going down to the launch pad and I need to find the Fogler library or whatever source you may be using to access the Web of Science. So here's the library. I go to the library, right? And then I need to go to databases because the Web of Science is a database. And I could scroll all the way down to W, but I'm just gonna jump down with that. And here it is, the Web of Science. So I'm gonna click on that and it'll take me to the Web of Science. Now we see that the default is to search in what's called the Web of Science core collection. But if we click this little drop down button here, we will see that there's other options as well. These cover things like the Russian Citation Index or the Korean Journal Index. One of them includes patent information in that. We're going to stick with the Web of Science core collection for our example. Then we need to select editions. Now, editions are subsets within the core collection. The default, as you can see here, is to search all of them. But again, if we look at the little drop-down menu, we can see that there's several different possibilities available, a variety of specific indexes. The social science social science citation index, I'm going to select all. The social science citation index and the science citation index are referenced a lot. You'll hear people talk about both of those, and they're both part of the Web of Science. Notice each of them go back to 1900, so that's letting you search more than a century's worth of publications and research. So a lot of information is there, right? Then we need to go to and choose the different type of search that we may want to do. Are we looking for documents? Are we searching for authors? Are we searching for cited references or this thing called structure? Okay. Typically we're going to be looking for documents a lot of the time. So let's start with that. And you'll see that there's two boxes here. These two boxes right here, this is where we're going to do all of our work. The second box, and the second box is where we're going to enter some terms or phrases or names that we want to search on. And in this first box, we indicate where in the article and the related article information are we searching. Do we want to are we searching for author names? Are we looking for titles? Are we searching in the abstract or even their affiliation? If we click on this, you can see all the different options. There's a lot of them there that you can search under. Okay. Now let's start with, again, this simple example where I'm looking for a specific article based on a title. Or a partial title maybe. So I want to enter at least part of the title of the article. Let's see, I'm going to select title. I'm going to search within title. And now I'm going to enter, again, at least part of the title. You don't have to enter the whole title. That's what's kind of nice about it. If you don't know the whole title, you can enter part. But you do want to enter enough words that the search engine doesn't give you back thousands and thousands of possible articles. So we're going to use this article again I've got an article in mind. Came out a few years ago. We'll see later kind of why do I want to use this. The lead researcher is a former colleague of mine, Jose Sapojnik, fantastic guy, incredibly productive. And it's an article that looks at how the physical or built environment in which children live can influence their behavior. And by built environment, I mean again, the buildings, the streets, the parks, the stores, how all of that built setting that they live in influences their behavior. Again, I'm not exactly certain of the title. Fortunately, I don't have to be. I'll just enter some words that I'm confident were in the title. Okay, so let's enter some of these. And I'm going to do impact of built environment on children. You can see it's remembered that I've done this before, so it's kind of pulling that up here. That should be enough to do our search. So, right now, the search is going to return articles. Well, technically, they're talked of as items because depending on which collection or edition you're using, it could include journal articles, but it could also include chapters or proceedings from conferences or patents or other things. So it will return items that have all of those words somewhere in the title. They don't have to be in that same order. Just somewhere in the title are those words of impact of built environment on children, right? Okay, so we run the search and here's what we've got. We came back with 6 journal articles, right, that have, 6 journal articles in the Web of Science, that kind of universe that it's looking, that have all of those words in the title. So let's kind of scroll down and see what we get. So you can see, let's see, Jose, come on, there we go, number 4. There's the one we're looking for, right? There's Sapojnik, and the impact, the title is the impact of the built environment on children's school conduct grades, the role of diversity of use in a Hispanic neighborhood. That's the journal article we want. Great. Now, we can see that it's been cited a total of 18 times, at least based on the Web of Science core collection information. Now, this is probably a lowball estimate of the actual number of citations. For example, Google Scholar does a larger search and tends to find more citations for articles than you'll see in the Web of Science. But again, that's how many articles have cited this study based on the Web of Science universe of articles that they track. Now, also notice here, it's got links to where you can download PDFs of the article. Now, I'm currently making this video out of state, and there's firewalls that are preventing me from accessing university links to PDFs of these articles. If you're on campus, you may, or in a place where you're getting through these firewalls, that you may be able to see links to the journals themselves where they've made these available to subscribers like the university. So you may see more options for PDFs than this. But also notice here the free accepted article from repository. If we click on that, it takes us to a copy of the article that's stored in a national repository. Most federal grants now require that papers be available to the public at some point. You can't post the final print version from the journal. They have that copyright, but you can post the final submitted form that you sent. That is the same thing. It just may be laid out a little differently. Okay, but regardless, here's the article that we were looking for. Okay. Great. Now, let's wrap up this video here. We've seen how we can find one article using the Web of Science. In our next video, instead of looking for a specific article based on the title, we'll search for a group of articles based on a topic area. All right? See you then. Bye-bye.